Wala po yung co-host function ko, pero pwede po
Ay,
ako mag-share po nung Jamboard kung wala pa po si Sir Edison.
okay. But can you also as the
Recording na po,
documenter?
ma'am.
Recording.
Ay, ayun po.
Thank you, Ma'am Jamie. Okay, so now we can start. Sige, Charis, yan, please, yan, share this is our Jamboard. Okay, so we can start na po. Nasayang po kasi yung oras. Okay, so ito na po yung mga challenges and issues. So I hope that you recalled everything that we talked about earlier. And, okay, to the slide where we start encoding or sharing our ambitious goals po. Yan. So among the different challenges po, what will you identify as a major issue or challenge po? Kung nare-recall po ninyo yung ating For the farmers po kaya, ano po kaya yung pwede nating bigyan ng solusyon in the very near future po? And give our commitment so that we can resolve some of these issues po.
Siguro ma'am yung mga yung talagang realidad, yung concern ng mga kapatid nating mga magsasaka sa kanayunan. Yung concern natin, farmers.
Like for instance, sir, what types of concern are we talking about?
Parang nabanggit po, kung di ako nagkakamali, parang nabanggit kanina yung sa facilitate na kailang mga sakahan or lupa ba yun? It's all about the documents,
so it's about
process,
support on the ownership of their lands. Okay.
Yes po,
okay.
for the Department of Agriculture.
Okay
Pailapit
po.
sana sa DA.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Magpayo. Do I see other hands po? Yes, Sir Henry po.
Siguro sa farming community maging self-sufficient in terms of food at saka maging self-reliant ang farming community. So,
yan, sir.
Yeah, so dapat ang farming community kaya nila buhayin ang sarili nila in terms of calamities, no? Kasi mahirap. Yeah, ganun. So parang converting into self-reliant and saka self-sufficient in terms of food.
Okay. So those are, thank you, Sir Henry, no? Those are really big words, for the farmers to be self-reliant. So maganda po yun. Siguro, yan ay related po dun sa sinabi ninyo kanina na dun sa indigenous practices po, no? So if farmers will be able to sustain their indigenous practices, then they can create this self-reliant and sustainable community.
Ma'am, pwede din po kaya yung publication ng mga easy materials as I mentioned kanina na sana mayroong local dialect like Bisaya, Tagalog, or Cuyunin in Palawan para mas ma-internalize nila at ma-practice using their dialect for the publication of some materials for agriculture.
Okay, so but sir, anong challenge yung ina-address natin by creating such?
Yung kakulangan ma'am ng kanilang ang tawag nito sa environmental concern, na to protect the environment while we are using the land, magbigay sa atin ng pagkain.
So sir, maybe it's the lack of training programs.
Yes po, opo. Yes, ma'am.
Sige po. Documenters, did you capture that po? Okay. IEC materials for farmers. Okay, thank you very much po. To compensate for the lack of training, in their own vernacular.
Yes
para po.
Mas
madali. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you po. Ma'am Eunice, yes ma'am, what is your ambitious goal for this
Siguro
session?
po madagdag ko lang din dun sa sinabi ni Sir Magpayo, no, when it comes dun sa packaging ng IEC materials na in their own language. Siguro yun din talaga na we try to go to the grassroots, to their level, kung ano din talagang klaseng information, anong klaseng knowledge yung kailangan nila. Yun, kasi para alam din natin yung mga IEC na ipapackage natin for them. Kasi yun yung hindi nila alam and yun yung gusto nilang malaman pa.
Okay,
about
thank you,
organic
ma'am.
agriculture.
Okay, thank you po. So these IEC materials should be catered, okay, to the needs of the local farmers, okay, sa kanilang location, sa kanilang practices, and even translated to their own local dialects. Okay po. Okay. So in terms of those are the different farmer concerns po, no? How about for logistics and like infrastructure in reaching the market for our farmers? Ano po kayang gusto nating ambitious goals for them?
Yes, ma'am, siguro yung access sa road, from farm to market road. Kasi yun ang kahinaan dito sa mga malalayo, liblib na lugar. Hindi nila madala yung mga produkto nila. Totoo po, kahit dito sa Palawan.
Okay, so I think, is there anybody from DA? Is there an effort from the part of the Department of Agriculture to support the logistics requirement of us? If I remember correctly, there's somebody from DA here in our session.
Yes po, good afternoon. This is Juni from the Bureau of Agriculture and Fisheries Standards of the Department of Agriculture.
Yes, sir.
I believe the Department of Agriculture has programs on farm-to-market roads.
Okay.
So, this has been tapped by the LGUs. Nagpo-propose po sila for that. So, meron po tayong mga programa dyan.
Ayun. So, okay. So, maybe, sir, on the part of DA, maybe some sort of promotional materials so that, our farmers can recollect or remember that there are support programs.
I would like to point out also, if we are to give support, the Department of Agriculture, yung government support kasi usually given to groups. So, this should be formally organized groups. Hindi kasi tayo nakapagbigay ng direct support kapag individual eh. So, may limitation tayo, di ba, pagdating sa government support. So, yun po yung mga requirements that we have to look at and consider na dapat mostly
there
given
is a
sa mga
farmers
yeah.
group or cooperative, sir, no? To that
Yes.
effect.
Also,
okay.
the LGUs can tap the DA kung may mga proposals sila. Meron po tayo mga ganong programs.
Okay, so given that, sir, I'm asking all of you na po, no? Given na sinabi po from our representative from DA that support is usually given to farmers group, do we include that in our ambitious goal, or there are already existing farmers group na po in your area? I want to hear po from all of you. Okay, there's a suggestion on create farmers group or association. But the others po?
Association po ba, ma'am, or possible for cooperative? Which one po? Yung mas applicable?
Sir, siguro it depends on the area.
Okay.
Okay, so kasi siguro depende kung anong klaseng anong pangangailangan meron ng ating mga farmers sa kanilang mga
okay,
lugar.
ma'am. Okay po tayo sa association.
Okay. So, anybody po who is a member of a farmers cooperative or a group? Ayan. There's a reaction here from Sir Juni. It doesn't matter if it is an association or a cooperative so long as it is a formally organized group. Okay. Does it have to be recognized by DA, Sir Juni? Ayan. Sir Judy, does it have to be recognized by DA po?
I'm not fully familiar, but I think if it's a cooperative, it should be registered with the CDA. If it's an association, registered with SEC or any DOLE or the SWD. Okay. So may mga ganong as long as ma-provide po na legal entity yung isang group.
Ayun, correct. Okay. Thank you for emphasizing that, sir, no? So the group should be a legal entity, meaning it should be registered either by SEC or is recognized as a cooperative.
Yeah.
Okay, tama. Ay, Sir Henry, sir, you have an experience po?
In our case, in Region 10, farmers cooperative are preferred partner of the Department of Agriculture. Financial assistance or any form of assistance to be given to group of farmers are those that are functional cooperative. So in order to determine also the project and then their capacity, if there's a financial assistance given by the Department of Agriculture, the capacity, the financial capacity of a cooperative will determine how much assistance that will be given to the farmer. So it's not a mere organization, no. It should be cooperative. It should be functional, economically functional and viable organization. So the challenge, I think, is how to strengthen farmer organization, the unregistered and loose association to be converted into cooperative to have a meaningful partnership with the Department of Agriculture.
Ayun. So, thank you, sir. No? Correct. That is a good point. So, it has to be viable para po masustain natin yung ating farmers group. Okay? Anybody else who has an experience po in this case? So, I think the creation of a farmers group or association can actually answer most of the farmer concerns kasi pwede po nila itong idulog dito sa mga association na ito. That is a good solution to the issues that we have discussed earlier po.
Yes, ma'am.
Shall we consider this as one of our major goals?
Yes po. Maganda po yan.
Okay, sige po. So ano po kayang time frame ang pinag-uusapan natin? Kung sakaling hihingin po namin ang inyong commitment po sa inyong mga lugar. Sa tingin nyo po, madali po kaya tayong, para po dun sa mga meron na, maganda po. Sana po mag-resonate sa buong country. So dun po sa mga wala pa po, sa tingin nyo, madali po kaya kayo makakapag-organisa ng isang farmers group?
Medyo mahabang proseso po ito, ma'am. Pero sa tingin naman natin ay napakagandang simulain ito para sa kapakanan ng ating mga kapatid sa kanayunan, lalo na itong magsasaka. Malaking tulong po ito na maging kaagapay tayo sa pagbuo.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Adalberto. Ma'am Eunice?
Apo, bali
yes
sa
po.
ngayon po, ayun, bilang part po ako ng Anahaw, Laguna, we are really targeting din yung mga magsasaka natin sa kanayunan talaga na to really parang engage them to be part of our organization as well. Ayun, na talagang malawakan din kasi siya dito sana sa Southern Tagalog in terms of gathering professionals, agricultural advocates, and farmers to be part of our group as well. Ayun. For linkages din siya.
Okay, for linkages, correct. I think that is the keyword, linkages and networking, no? So for those who have already established associations, farmers association, it's a matter of establishing those linkages po. Okay,
linkages and partnership, yes ma'am.
Yes po. Okay. And I see a lot of comments in the chat box. Our documenters, please take note of all of them while we are discussing the Farmers Association. Okay, so I think that will basically answer the farmers' concern if we have a farmers group in certain areas. So, and that is connected also to the kind of government support that we will be getting. So based on what our representative from DA said. Okay, so we are kind of targeting two challenges at the same time. But when it comes to building a resilient community, paano kaya natin gagawing sustainable po yung mga communities natin related to natural and man-made disruptors? So alam po natin, alam ko kayo may mga experiences po kayo sa mga sarili ninyong lugar. So ano po kaya yung mga na-encounter na natin or conflicts at ano po yung ginawa ng community ninyo to overcome these challenges? Okay. Meron po kayong gusto mag-share ng experience po? So, paano
Ma'am,
po kaya?
Sa aming karanasan, nung nasa isang environmental NGO, meron kaming tinatawag na community-based environmental restoration kasi mostly dito mga nag-landslide, erosion,
Hello po,
natatabunan
nawalan
yung
po
mga
ako ng
sakahan.
audio, hindi ko kayo madinig.
Hello po. Sorry. Sige sir, sorry.
Natabunan po yung kanilang mga sakahan. So meron po kami tinatawag dati dito na environmental restoration para matugunan yung problema ng pagbagsak o pagguho ng lupa mula sa kabundukan na kung sa bumabagsak sa kanilang lupain na makakasira ng kanilang sakahan.
Okay, sige sir. Sorry sir. Sir Damaso, sorry po. Can you hear us po?
Hindi daw po niya marinig, nawalan daw po siya ng audio, si Sir Damas. So,
Sir, click mo po yung yung microphone na icon po. Okay, anyway, sige po. So, while he's addressing so sir, according to Sir Magpayo, yun, build a resilient community based on sa kanilang experience ay yung mga landslide and all that. Okay, so I see a new hand. Sir Charlie Raso? Yes, sir. Can we hear from your experiences po?
Yes. Ma'am, good afternoon po.
Yes po. Go ahead, sir.
Narinig po ba ako?
Opo, go ahead po.
Siguro ang isang measure na ginagawa, especially sa aming organization, yung pag-strengthen ng measure ng impact ng DRR sa agriculture, sa ating mga farmers. Isang ginagawa namin dyan, pinapagpa-participate namin sila sa planning, implementation, and decision-making processes ng local government, especially ng munisipyo at ng barangay, para makapag-craft sila ng solutions sa kanilang community kung paano mag-prepare, paano palalakasin ang hanay ng mga, especially ng mga farmers, producers natin sa ating mga communities upang makagawa sila po ng mekanismo upang yung impact nitong changing climate at itong extreme weather events na nararanasan nila ay mapaghandaan nila ng malayo pa. So ibig sabihin to strengthen, to promote climate smart agriculture sa kanilang.
Okay. So,
parang
hindi raw po marinig, Sir Damas tayo.
Ay, sorry.
Yun po. Ano po,
meron na.
yung parang sa amin, ma'am, participation nitong mga local farmer natin sa decision making.
Okay. So, from planning, sir, participatory DR, that's correct. Okay, thank you to our documenter. Okay. So, involvement of the farmers
po,
from the planning hanggang, from so planning po. Okay, thank you, Sir Charlie. That's a good point po, no? Dapat talaga well-informed po lahat when it comes to disaster risk reduction. Okay. Anybody else po? When it comes to, I think, meron pa pong gustong mag-share on natural or man-made conflicts or disruptors po that, kayo na hamper building resilient communities. Ano pa po kaya yung pwede nating sabihin na magandang mga ginagawa o practices po ninyo para po magkaroon ng isang resilient community? Answering all the issues po. Don't forget that we are answering the issues po that we have discussed this morning. Sir Damas, sir, are you raising your hands po?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Ay, sir, go ahead po.
Opo, isa po sa nakita ko na hindrance sa pag-promote ng organic agriculture o kahit anong agriculture ay isa po ay yung peace and order situation, lalong-lalo na lugar na kung saan ito yung tinatawag po na communist or dissident terrorist infested areas na kontrolado po nila yung area, so yung government forces, agriculture technicians ay hirapang mag-penetrate dahil nanganganib ilang buhay.
Okay, sir. Sa inyo pong experience, paano po nag-react yung community ninyo sa mga ganito pong pangyayari?
Ang experience ko po ay, yun nga po, yung ating mga tinatawag na technicians sa local government units ay ayaw pumunta doon sa lugar na kung saan infected area ng dissident terrorist yung mga segments kasi nanganganib yung buhay nila. So, malaking tulong po itong pandemya in good sense na kasi nagkaroon po, nauso po itong katulad nito na virtual seminars or mga online webinars.
Okay.
So, malaking tulong ito sa mga magsasaka dahil may mga tinatawag po na agriculture and non-agriculture infrastructure na naitayo sa lugar nila during pandemic. Kaya nagkaroon po sila ng tinatawag na access sa online. Yun, ma'am.
Okay, so dahil po dun sa online platform, nagkaroon po ng pagkakataon yung mga farmers, no? Para i-rebuild yung community nila na dati hindi na pa-penetrate dahil sa takot ng mga agricultural technician. Okay, so maybe that's a good point, no? Action yun into building resilient communities. So creating a different platform to reach our farmers po, no? In case na there is conflict or there is or an area is prone to disaster or that makes it like difficult to penetrate by outside help, you know, nagkaroon sila ng avenue for new platforms. Okay. Pero so yun ay, Sir Dama, so yun ay to the support of the local government unit na rin po?
Oh, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
Okay, so maganda po yun, no? So in your own community with the help of the LGU, nagkaroon po ng suporta yung mga tao na naapektuhan ng conflict. Okay, so siguro maganda yung avenue explore.
Karoon yung anong tawag doon? Extension programs. So nagkaroon po. So nakakapag-penetrate na.
Okay. So nagkaroon ng extension programs. Okay, dahil dun sa pandemic. Okay. So meron pa po tayong mga ideas pa po na sa gusto ninyong mangyari para ma-overcome yung challenges po natin into building a resilient community. Any other ideas pa po? Bago natin i-translate into goals.
Pwede po kaya yung empowering community for capability building para sa facing sa resilient, para maging mas resilient po sila yung kanilang kapasidad.
Okay, so capacity building of members of the community. Okay, hindi po yun, sir. Lagay po natin yun, capacity building.
Yes, dagdag ko lang po ulit dito sa challenge number 3 on natural and man-made disruptions. Siguro pag-promote pa po ng tinatawag na Farmers Climate Field School na kung saan dito matututo ang ating mga kasamang mga magsasaka kung paano tignan yung panahon, paano yung climate tawag dito planting patterns, lahat ng mga pwede nilang matutunan in terms of climate para magkapag-adjust sila doon sa kanilang pagtatanim, pag-harvest at saka yung kanilang activities bilang magsasaka. So yun po, doon po lahat matututunan sa Climate Field School.
Ayan, maraming salamat Sir Charlie. Ayan, tama po yun. Based on your experience po yan, no, sa inyong community. So, yan, ang dami na po nilagay natin dito.
Ma'am, naisama niyo po yung capability building for the farmers.
Apo sir, nandito na po. Capacity building. Okay po. Okay. Meron pa po tayong iba pang consideration? Yes, Ma'am Carla. Any additional
About po dun sa man-made and disruption, can you provide protective structures po for the climate, for the
Okay.
different protective structures po
Yan.
for the
Okay. So, infrastructure to, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, building infrastructure. Okay. As a response ba to, Carla?
Sa
Building-
climate crisis po yata yan, ma'am. In
So,
facing
this
climate
is like,
crisis.
it's a building infrastructure that will protect, okay, communities from disaster. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Ma'am Eunice? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead po.
Wala ako. Apo. For yung sa consumer market concerns lang din,
Yes
no?
po.
Siguro when it comes dun sa organic consumerism mindset na mas ma-establish siya for our consumers through proper education kung ano yung benefits ng consumers when they buy from our organic agriculture farmers po.
Okay. So, maybe this has to do with the educating, okay, our consumers about the benefits of organic agriculture farming. Yan.
Ma'am.
Yes. Sino po iyon? Sorry po.
Damaso.
Hi, Sir Damaso po. Yes, sir.
Susog ko lang po doon sa nagbigay ngayon. Kasi ganito po, ma'am, yung third-party organic certified product na commercially available sa market ay ang purpose po ng third-party certification ay for export and import yung agri-input. Ngayon, dahil po sa pagpasa ng bagong amendment doon sa Organic Agriculture Law, which is Republic Act 1111, yung participatory guarantee system, ang 14 organic certification ay para sa local market. So ibig pong sabihin, kung ang magsasaka ay gagamit ng organic input na third party certified, ang kanyang magiging ani bibigyan ng certification through party system para sa local market. So mas makakatipid at mapopromote kanilang produktong o yung kanilang ani na ginamitan ng organic technology at hindi gumamit ng toxic chemical pesticides at yung mga monocrops.
Yun. Sige, sir. So, this has to do with the implementation, no, of the amendments
Isa po yun,
related to PGS, no? Okay po. Okay. So, maybe strengthening the implementation of the amendment PGS. Tama yun, sir.
Yan.
Okay, so meron
Ma'am,
pa
yung
po
sa
tayo.
consumer po ba, ewan ko lang po, kung possible po ba na bawat mga CPR provinces na magkaroon sila ng sarili ng standard price? Kasi minsan talaga naglalamangan.
Sir, I cannot answer directly dyan sa ano na yan. Kasi...
well, experience na po yun minsan.
Opo, ma'am. Tama sa liwanag po ulit.
Sige po.
Kasi po sa personal na experience pag-iikot sa buong Pilipinas kahit sa katabing Asya, nakita po natin na pag sila ay gumamit ng certified organic product, mas mura po ang kanilang gastusin sa input, mas kokonti yung binhin aanihin. So therefore, yung kanilang yield, yung kanilang harvest ay dapat mas mura doon sa commercially available na yield o na harin. So, mas mura dapat kasi mura ang ginastos ng magsasaka.
Okay.
Ayan.
So, okay. So, siguro sir, yan yung makakasagot dun sa ano, no? Concern kanina na laborious, low income. So, kasi kung meron na tayong mga PGS certified, mga sellers or manufacturers sa mga communities that will answer yung majority of the problems.
Yes, ma'am. Nagiging laborious lang po yung input kung ang gagamitin po yung tinatawag na natural Korean farming. Korean natural farming.
Yes,
So,
sir.
pag yung gawa ng farmer ay talagang laborious, napakaraming trabaho.
So siguro, sir, it's a matter of promoting the amendments in the RA 1111 po, sa PGS para makatipid po ating mga farmers. Okay.
Opo.
Meron pa po ba? Salamat po, Sir Damaso. Ma'am Yuhanita, kayo po ba ay nag-raise ng inyong hands? Ma'am?
Si Carla Silva, ma'am, may nag-raise ng hand.
Sorry, Carla, you have additional inputs?
Wala po. Okay na po.
Okay. Thank you. Meron pa po tayong mga gusto nating mga ambitious ideas or goals na gusto nating i-capture. Ay, sige po.
Apo, storage facilities para sa mga ani ng magsasaka kasi dito sa ating bansa may ulan na naman. So magiging problema na naman ng mga magsasaka yung kanilang aanihin. So tapos i-promote season farming.
Sige, sir. Lagay natin yan. Sige, mamaya, connect natin lahat yan. Okay po. Lagay natin yan sa farmer related to government later on that will pass on to as government support. Okay. So, ito na po yung ating mga gustong, mga sanang mangyari in the very near future po, no? So, sa lahat po ito na sinabi natin, so pumili po tayo ng isa pong idea na sa tingin po natin ay pwedeng mangyari, pwedeng maging feasible in the very near future na makakasagot dun sa issues and challenges po natin kanina umaga. So, punta po tayo dito dito sa kulay dilaw. Sa tingin niyo po, Charis, can we highlight? Can we zoom in into the challenge 1 portion para mabasa nila? Zoom in para mabasa mga naisip natin na ideas para sa mga farmers. Sa tingin niyo po, alin po dito yung pinaka-importante po na magagawa natin para ma-address po yung mga challenges na mention po natin kanina?
Ito pong IEC materials for farmers should be translated to local dialect. Kasi ito po talaga yung pinakapangunahing pangailangan nila at naririnig namin sa mga kanayunan na dapat may local dialect para mas nauunawaan namin. Yun po.
Okay. So, number 2 po, ano pa po ba? Yes, Sir Vincent, you're raising your hand po.
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes.
I think we also need to add here, I know we're processing it na, pero I think we need to add dito sa group na to, yung pag-increase ng yield ng farmer per hectare. This is specifically related to our rice farm. Kasi our average yield per hectare is only 73, while Vietnam and Thailand is already at 130 to 145 per hectare. So there are available technologies with regards to organic farming, and it has already been proven, at least dun sa experiment stage, na it can double the yield of conventional farming using organic certified farming system. So it's just a matter of really demonstrating, selling, and showing farmers how it's done.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Vincent. No, I think this also related to making the technologies available to our farmers, no?
Transfer of technology transfer?
Yes, but the technology transfer is being done already, farmer field school, mga TESDA training. Pero bottom line, we need to increase per hectare. Kahit ano yung training na binibigay natin, kung hindi naman tumataas yung kita, halimbawa, dahil yung mga uma-attend sa training, hindi naman yung nagbubukid, it's going to be useless.
Okay. Thank you for your, sir.
Mawalang galang na po.
Yes po, Sir Damson.
Opo, susog po doon sa sinasabi nung ating nagsalita ngayon. Okay. Experience po sa meron pong mga available na teknolohiya para sa pagsasaka sa palay, sa mais, sa sugarcane, sa luya at sa iba pang mga crops na available through organic agriculture technology na naitataas ang ani, mababa ang gastos. Yung kasabihan nga po ng mga sa international term, farmer na more with less. Kaunti ang ilalagay, konti ang gastos, malaki ang ani. So, may mga available pong technology. Ang nagiging hindrance po, nagiging problema na aking nakikita, ay yung atin pong mga eksperto sa academe at saka doon sa local governments ay nagkakaroon po ng red tape pagdating sa promotion o pag-i-introduce ng mga katulad na teknolohiya para matulungan na maitaas ang ani ng magsasaka at bumaba ang gastos. At isa pa po, pagdating sa demo farm, para maging duplicatable siya, kadalasan po kasi ng techno-demo farm ay ginagawa lang sa 1,000 square meter. Tapos imumultiply nila ng by 10 at yun daw ang ani sa isang hektarya, pero hindi nila ginagawa by hectares or by 10,000 meter para ma-duplicate po yung kanilang ani. Yan po. Salamat po.
Okay, salamat po sir dun sa insight na yun. No? So, pag lahat yung mga nilagay po ninyo, sabihin niyo po kung tama po ako na ito po yung gusto nating mangyari in the future. So, we must provide our farmers, capacitate our farmers in terms of IEC materials, training programs, and technologies. But the ultimate goal is to increase farm yield.
Correct.
Okay po? In order for them to be self-reliant. Na-capture ko po ba yun?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
po.
okay po ba na yun ang ating first goal po?
Super
So,
na-captured niyo po.
Ayan.
Yes.
So, yun po yung ating first goal based on the ambitious ideas po ninyo. Sino ba ito? Charis, can we write that sa text muna dun sa bottom as goal number 1? Yan. And so we have to capacitate our farmers. So, ang itatanong ko po sa inyo ay ganito po. Kung magkakaroon po tayo ng capacity building as a goal, pinag-uusapan po natin kunyari from ngayon, mga ilang buwan o taon po kaya bago natin ma-achieve. Or ilang porsyento kaya ang tatargetin natin na capacity building para magkaroon ng significant increase sa yield po ng mga magsasaka.
Sige ko po kung siseryosohin yan, mga 5 taon po.
Okay, so that will be in 5 years time po, no? Pero ilang percent increase kaya yung natin, projection natin? Sa tingin niyo po? Base po sa mga experience. 10?
5 years, sir. 10 lang.
So, 5 years, 10 years, pero ilang percent ang target natin dito? Pinag-usapan po natin ay simula ngayon hanggang siguro 5 taon.
Pwede kaya ma'am 50% lang muna. At least
okay.
Parang
Agree po ba lahat?
Gradual siguro ang increase niyan, tingin ko.
Lagyan po natin ng range.
50-50 lang ma'am.
Oo, kasi mahirap pang i-achieve yan ng 100%.
Okay, so 50% increase in farmers' yield in 5 years' time.
Yes, ma'am.
po ba
Yan,
yun?
realistic
Yan.
ma'am.
Realistic na po ba yan? Okay, sige po. Yan po yung ating isang goal.
Can I add lang po?
Yes po, sir.
Depende po kasi ito, no? Like, for example, in our case sa mga rice fields, the increase in yield will all depend on the increase of number of hectares being irrigated. Kaya naman mataas ang ani ng ibang bansa, may Mekong River sila eh. Tayo may NIA.
At walang bagyo masyado.
Kung sing bilis nung daloy ng tubig sa Mekong River, yung NIA, mabilis din palagi ko yung pagtaas ng ani.
Sige, sir.
Well, anyway, flexible naman, ma'am. Very flexible naman siguro to. Adjustable.
Sir, we will just place this as, remember, this is your ambitious goal. Okay po, ito yung gusto nating mangyari. Okay? So in the next 5 years or so. So yung ating pong mga concerns or issues na naiisip. So I think naman with your support group po, we will be able to come up with a solution. Well, except for the fact that geographically the Philippines is really in a very challenging position when it comes to farming. So
yes, ma'am, kasi may tanong, are we talking about the existing organic farmers or included pa dito yung mga conventional farmers na kailangan nating i-convert sila na mag-engage into organic farming the next few years?
Okay. Magandang point po yan, Sir Charlie, no?
Kasi ma'am, if we're targeting 50%, mukhang medyo realistic din ito kasi mahirap maghanap ng ganun kataas kaagad na yield. Kasi kung mag-convert sila from conventional into organic, so may process pang healing ng land. So that would take years to heal the land from doing conventional into organic way.
Okay.
Parang ganun pa.
Yes, sir. Siguro we present this in general. Okay, so this is our ambitious goal for the country, and eventually we will mention that it will take time for the country to reach the convention of traditional into organic farming. Ilalagay na lang natin yan sa site. So may disclaimer tayo dyan. Okay na po tayo dito. And in terms of government support po, I think one of our goals na na-capture ko kanina, galing po sa mga inputs ninyo, is that I think the government support is there, even at the LGU level. It's a matter of creating organized farmers group or organization po. Ang tanong ko po sa inyo, kasi sabi nga kanina, usually the government support is given to farmers or group of farmers or organization in the community. So, tanong ko po sa inyo, gaano po kaya katagal yung pinag-uusapan natin dito at ano po yung target natin? Ilan po kayang farmers group per region po ba tayo magta-target? Or per community? Any thoughts po on this? Ano po sa tingin niyo? Para po doon sa mga meron ng mga farmers group, ano po sa tingin po ninyo?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes po. Yes, sir. Go ahead po.
Opo. Kung ang ating pamahalaan ay talagang desidido, mayroong political will na ipa-implementa yung organic agriculture law as amended by participatory guarantee system, ay mabilis po na makuha yung ating target. Ang problema po kasi, pag dadalaw kayo o doon sa Philippine Government Electronic System o PhilGEPS, ang palaging nakapost for bidding ay puro fertilizer. Walang fertilizer o yung certified o yung farmer do it yourself fertilizer. Wala po nung makikita. So para ma-achieve natin yung target natin, kailangan yung grassroots development talaga ng sa tulong ng ating gobyerno na ma-implement ito ng maayos. Marami pong batas na maganda. Ang problema, yung implementation.
Okay.
Wala pong...
Siguro, sir, i-emphasize. Okay, another thought from Sir Vincent. Okay? Related po ba sa sinabi ni Sir Damaso ito?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Actually, Sir Damaso, sa ngayon, may mga ilang local government units and even provinces na malaki ang ginagastos para bumili at ipamigay yung certified organic farm inputs. So marami po ang nabibili na ang local government at mga ibang governors organic farm inputs. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, ang binibili ng government na certified organic farm inputs nasa almost 1 billion pesos na po. So meron naman pong binibili na ng government.
Okay, thank you, Sir Vincent. No, so if I'm correct, it's just a matter of the goal number 2 natin is to encourage the government to for the proper implementation of the PGS. Ako, siguro yun yung ating goal number 2. So
organic agriculture law and PGS po.
Okay po. Goal number 2, Ma'am Chiliz.
Kaibang batas po kasi yung dalawa, ma'am.
Opo. Yes po. So, regards to government.
Ma'am, if I may po, from the Department of Agriculture, I would like to correct.
Yes po. Sorry, go ahead.
I would just like to correct that organic agriculture is amended through the RA 11511. That's not two separate laws, but RA 11511 inserted sections in RA 10068, meaning Organic Agriculture Act as amended by RA 11511. Those two laws are still effective. It's just so happened that there are insertions of new provisions and there are revisions in the old law. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Sir Juni, for the correction. Okay. So, ito pong goal 2 natin, is this too broad or how do we encourage the government for the proper implementation? Meron po ba kayo naisip na way? Is it also through the farmers organization or group? Ma'am Christina, you're raising your hand po, ma'am.
Term is encouraged.
Ma'am, regarding that po, I think the government should provide po separate na mga agricultural technologist or tech organic doon sa iba kasi sa field po kapag nag-field kami ang reklamo po ng mga agricultural technician or technologist is parang dual citizen sila. This day ang i-promote nila farming tapos sa susunod na araw naman synthetic naman yung mga ganun po. So may instances po na malilito si farmer na isang araw sinasabi mo sa akin ganito yung gawin ko tapos ngayon ganyan na yung ipopromote mo. So may kalituhan pong nangyayari.
Okay, so parang citizen
sila. So I think this is a government this is a government i-address.
Some strategy po is to siguro yun yung medyo feasible na goal, no ma'am? Maganda yun. So the LGU should provide a separate agricultural technician for conventional farming at organic farming practitioner.
Yes po, ma'am.
I-suggest, ma'am. Okay, so thank you po. Okay, so pasensya na po, medyo binibilisan ko kasi alas 2 po babalik na tayo sa plenary, no? So, sabihin ko naman po mamaya kung may nakalimutan po ako, pwede po tayo magdagdag. No? So, pwede po tayo pumunta na doon sa next goal natin. Goal number 3.
Yes, ma'am. Go po.
Okay po. Sige po. Goal number 3. Dito sa natural and man-made disruptors po in order to build a resilient community. Okay, so I think the most feasible here na magagawa natin is the participatory DRRM. If you agree with me po, no?
Yes,
So
ma'am,
at
maganda
the
po yan.
LGU level?
Yes. Kasi meron naman sa mga munisipyo nito eh. Tsaka even the barangay level, meron silang DRRM.
So by now, sa Disaster Risk Reduction Program,
Yes.
50% din po ba?
Sa tingin ko ma'am, medyo kahit pa paano, yung level of awareness ng mga tao sa komunidad, medyo mataas-taas na dahil sa nangyayari ngayon sa daigdig sa ating mundo. No? Siguro mga 60 to 70, okay na to eh. I don't know, nag-a-assume lang po ako. No? More or less, kahit pa paano, medyo mataas na to.
Tsaka yung ano po,
sige, sorry.
yung involvement ng farmers sa DRRM sa local level, napakataas ng impact sa kanila because pagka sila ay nag-participate sa planning down to implementation ng DRRM measures on the impact of climate change into agriculture, especially sa farming, na-integrate nila ano yung mga dapat na solusyon sa baba para makapag-prepare tayo ng mas maaga. Maghanda tayo kung ano magiging impact ng mga bagyo yan sa atin, sa ating mga pananim, sa ating pamilya, etc. At sa ating community as a whole. So maganda po ito. Maganda yung participatory.
Yan.
Yes,
Salamat po, Sir Charlie.
Sir Edong.
Sorry po, meron pa po tayong additional comment po.
Opo, liwanag po ulit. Opo ma'am, dito sa goal number 3 natin, dito naisip ko na pwede ay yung tinatawag po natin na anong tawag doon? Lahat ng crops na maapektuhan ng natural and man-made disaster ay hinihikayat ko po ma'am na ma-insured po doon sa Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation kasi kakaunting crops lang po naka-insured doon. So hinihikayat ko po na livestock and poultry kasama yung mga gulay at saka mga perennial crops na patay corporation. Salamat po.
Okay, kasama siguro yun sir sa planning as a response to DRRM. I-insure natin yung ating mga agricultural crops. Ano sir? Yan. So salamat po doon sa input na yon. Okay, last one po for the consumers para makompleto natin yung ating supply chain. Yan. Sa consumers naman po, anong ating ultimate goal para sa kanila? Para makabuild ng resilient community, ano kayang pwede natin gawin para sa ating mga mamimili ng agricultural produce? Yan, from anybody, do I see any hands on this aspect? Gagawa pa ba tayo ng goal share na natin? Kapag na-resolvehan natin yung tatlo, ang epekto nun ay maganda na para sa consumer.
Parang may domino effect na to eh.
Ganun po. So ganun na lang sasabihin natin. Ay, a good farm.
Working ng lahat ng aspeto o lahat ng mga taong involved sa organic agriculture.
Okay po. So, ang makikinabang naman po nun ay yung ating consumer. So, pag nai-implement natin yung tatlo, ang consumer po makikinabang. Yes po, Sir Henry.
Just to share an idea from the farmer level.
Opo.
Siguro sa consumer para ma-break natin yung manipulation of the yung mga players na sa gitna, the middleman, the traders and other things.
Opo.
So, ang tingin ko the production must be a market-driven or consumer-driven production system, no? Kung ano yung gusto ng volume, must be correspondingly must be designed in the production level doon sa farm. So para maiwasan natin yung surplus, mga substandards and other things. So, para ma-resolve yan is to educate the consumer, halimbawa on the organic produce. So, educate natin yung mga consumer, this is the advantage of consuming organically produced food. So, mag-increase yung demand, so mag-increase din yung demand at saka yung production on the farmer level. So, dapat yun ang...
So, ang goal is a consumer-driven strategies to reduce post-harvest losses. Parang ganun, sir. And other issues related to wastage.
Yep.
Isama ko
So,
na
pag-limit
natin importation doon sa ilimit po natin importation ng mga produktong inaani ng magsasaka.
Sir, so ang gusto natin i-promote yung local consumption of
Dagdag ko lang, ma'am, no? During the pandemic, dito sa amin, no, nasa gitna kami sa Mindanao, during the pandemic, makita natin na yung farmers are still dependent on the food supply coming from the outside supply, no?
Yes.
Wheeler, prime mover, papasok yung mga pagkain. So, kunting hindi talaga prepared yung community on talking on the provincial level. Producer kami ng bigas, producer kami ng gulay, producer kami ng pork at saka other things, no? But galing pa rin sa labas, no? 3 months of the pandemic, galing pa rin sa labas yung maraming pagkain. Walang, kundi lang yung hindi ready yung community, no? So dapat in connection doon sa idea na self-reliance community might produce for the community, and then other production, other increase of production will be a consumer or market driven.
Okay. Sige, sir. So example natin yung yung case ninyo sa Mindanao, no, na parang because of the pandemic, nagkaroon po ng shortage ng food supply. So the community has to learn to be self-reliant, okay, by producing their own produce. Okay. Yan. Opo. So yan, meron na po tayong 4 na goals na na-establish. Siguro ang susunod ko pong hihingin sa inyo, okay, Charis, can we go to the, can you copy the goals to the next slide para makita nila? Commitment na ba ito? Tama ba? Yan. Commitment na po. This is the part po where I will ask for your support.
Ma'am, yung sa final 4 na to, kasama na rin dyan yung support local. Di ba? We're promoting
yes.
law.
Yes po. Okay, so we have already established our ambitious goals. Okay, so let's, I'm gonna allow Charis to copy the different goals that we established. And while she's doing that, okay, so given po na alam niyo ito yung gusto nating ma-achieve in the very near future. So I know we have a very diverse group here coming from different sectors of the society. So saan po kaya kung makakakuha sa inyo ng commitment in order for you to help us achieve some of the goals that we have stated here? Be it in the preparation of the IEC materials, be it in the implementation of programs in your own locality.
Ma'am?
Sorry, Sir Bernardo.
Bernard Camano po.
Yes po, Sir Bernardo.
Actually, ma'am, ang Philippine Health Foundation, kasama ko po dito sa Sir Edong, we are continuously educating since kailan ba yan, Sir Edong, naandyan ka sa Palawan? So we're continuously giving training, organic, actually,
yes po, yung integrated farming biosystem.
Integrated farming biosystem for all the rice farmer, vegetable farmer with livestock.
Yes po.
So sa commitment po, ma'am, Philippine Health Foundation is ano po.
Thank you so much po.
Sino po yun?
Charis,
Si Sir
pwede na
Kamano.
tayong pumunta
Yes.
sa next
Sir Edong,
slide
di mo
kasi
kilala.
nagko-commit na sila.
Sir Kamano, si Bernard.
Ayan.
Okay
Okay,
po.
Sir Bernard Camano and Sir Edong, sabi niya, of the Filipino Shell, actually committed to continue with their program on IFDS to continuously educate our farmer po.
Yes po.
Yan. So next slide
Even
na
po,
tayo
ma'am,
mga kapatid.
Even po ma'am, kami
Lalagay
ma'am
na
sa
namin ang
Pilipinas Shell,
pangalan ninyo.
Ma'am, excuse me po. Shell Foundation po ma'am, we are starting po ma'am producing ang indigenous trees na nawawala na po dito sa Pilipinas. In fact, dito
Okay
po
po.
sa Pililla Rizal, meron po kami dito clonal nursery na nag-produce po kami ng mga indigenous trees.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much po for the effort
ma'am.
of Filipina Shell. Can we show the next slide po? Okay. Next po. Ayan. Okay. So, I think we have more than 3 goals. 3 lang hinihingi sa atin, pero we were able to establish 4 po, no? Okay, and let me just remind everyone before I ask again for your commitment na in this program is that in order to build resilient communities po, we have to ensure a functioning, sustainable food systems in areas that are prone to conflict and natural disasters. We have to promote from the impacts of the pandemic, which we have discussed. And thank you po sa mga inputs nila lahat. And we have to ensure that all people within the food system are empowered to secure food, nutrition, and equitable livelihood, which I think we have also captured. And at this point, I would like to congratulate everyone for their active participation. And okay, for goal 1 in capacitating our farmers as a post-event activity, as mentioned earlier by Mr. Bernard, care of Filipina Shell. Ilalagay na po namin ang pangalan ninyo dito, sir. So, Filipina Shell will continue to capacitate our farmers, okay, in their own efforts, okay, to increase the awareness and to increase to improve the food systems in the Philippines po, no. Ay, sorry. I have question lang po, Sir Bernard and Sir Edong, no. Ano po mga identified communities po natin po dun sa IFDS program po ninyo? Sir Bernard?
Mga IPs po ma'am, yung galing kay Sir Edong na nahawakan mga IPs. Meron po
okay
mga
po.
rice farmers.
Okay. So, indigenous communities po and farmers in general. Okay.
Yes po.
Thank you po.
Yes po. Sorry po, nagpunta ako ng toilet.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So, can we put here in the post-event activity is continuous effort for capacity building farmers in the Philippines, especially the indigenous, the IP. Okay. Yan. Since you are already doing it naman po, no? Okay po.
Yes po.
Okay, thank you so much, Filipina Shell, for your efforts po in capacity building our craft. Sino po iyon? Sorry. Ay, Sir Henry. Sir, yes, sir.
Same as true
Okay po.
with the Filipina Shell. We have agroforestry farm. We have a model demonstration farm for climate smart farming. We are accredited with ADI and we're farm tourism. We're continuously doing training with farmers, particularly on the upland communities, including the
Ayan. So, yeah, thank you po, Sir Henry.
Effort, no? It's a continuous effort, commitment, even without support from even voluntary capacity.
Okay.
More particularly partners with other agency also.
Okay. So, ito, sir, ay foundation po ba kayo or cooperative po?
Yung
Sir, nakamute po kayo, Sir Henry.
Yung farm namin, it's a family I have extension also. I have a foundation, the Land Care Foundation of the Philippines. We're doing livelihood activity, extension activity to conflict affected areas in partnership with the PICARD and the UPMIN and some universities in Asia, the Australia Agency for International Agricultural Development. So we do extension through the foundation, but we have also a farm, which is a model that was being established by our family for almost 3 decades.
Ayun, maraming salamat. Mabuhay po, Sir Henry and family. So, ang inyo pong model farm ay available naman po for visits, no? For those who want to do educational course.
You can visit us in our Facebook page, Binahon Agroforestry Farm. A lot of technology from conservation farming, then training packages. You can search us in Google, Binahon Agroforestry Farm.
So, sir, in terms of capacity building, in your area,
we're more particular on the upland conservation farming. We do organic, we do agroforestry, all of technology in the upland development.
Okay. Sir, meron po bang cooperation with LGU po para maibaba natin sa communities?
Yep, we are partnering with the LGU, but now on the trainings, we are more particularly partner with the Agricultural Training Institute.
With ATI po, of PA.
Okay. We are school for practical agriculture. We are also farm school with the TESDA.
Okay.
And then the foundation which I am talking about, the Land Care Foundation of the Philippines, which I am also the president. We are accredited also as extension service provider of the Agricultural Training Institute. So that's our extension arm in expanding our effort in providing capacity.
So please continue sa amin pong post-event activities. We will continue to contact your group po and maybe get some testimonies later on how many farmers have been influenced and have been
It's part of our vision to continue continuous extension extension on.
Thank you very much, Sir Henry. Asahan po namin
yung naman. Congrats, Sir
commitment po ninyo.
Congrats, Sir Henry.
Okay, so
ikaw naman.
For our goal 2, meron pa po ba magko-commit po ng continuous capacity building for our farmers? Anybody else? Any other group? Yes? I see the po. Ay, Sir Damaso. Sir, yes, sir.
Sa ngalan po ng Victory Global Unlimited Systems Incorporated, isa pong corporation na nagmamanufacture OCC certified ay patuloy po natin sa lahat ng napag-usapan po natin na mga calls na na-discuss po natin ito. Ang atin pong kanya ay patuloy na magkakandak ng pre-organic agriculture technology transfer seminar at pag-establish po na Victory Global Agricultural Research and Experimental Stations nationwide para
thank you, sir.
tulungan ang mga magsasaka ng latest technology, tumaas ang ani nila, bumaba ang gasto, at kapag-produce ng sarili nilang asa sa kabibili at kabibili ng monocrop seeds. Salamat.
Ayan, maraming salamat po, Sir Damaso and Victory Global Unlimited Systems Inc. for your commitment for this free training programs for our farmers po. I see more hands raising. I will start with Sir Charlie.
Yes.
And then followed by Anahaw. Okay?
Magandang hapon
yes,
po.
Sir Charlie.
Mula po sa ang Philippine Rural Reconstruction Movement po ay o PRRM ay mahigit ng 60 years na patuloy na nagpapalakas ng hanay ng ating mga kaibigang magsasaka, patuloy na nagbibigay ng knowledge, skills para doon sa promotion natin. Promotion po natin ng likas kayang pagsasaka o sustainable agriculture at hanggang po sa kasalukuyan Kami po ay meron ng 15 areas nationwide na talagang patuloy kaming nagbibigay ng mga ganitong pagsasanay upang mapalakas po ang kanilang kakayahan sa pagsusulong po ng likas kayang pananakahan. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Sir Charlie and PRRM, for the efforts of your group to help the farmers po. Next, I move on to Ma'am. Okay, what are the efforts of Anahaw, Laguna?
Laguna na youth organization po kami dito sa Laguna, no? So patuloy pa rin po naming manghihikayatin yung ating mga kabataan na maging part po ng agriculture sector po natin, and at the same time to really provide also training, proper engagement and participatory activities na makipag-coordinate talaga, magkaroon ng proper linkages with other LGU and NGOs that can promote newest and modernized agriculture technologies for them as well. Ayun.
Okay, thank you, Anahaw, Laguna. Okay, and please continue to infect everyone. Lahat po tayo. And next, okay, may I hear from Ma'am Yela May. Go ahead, ma'am.
Ay, ma'am, sinulat ko na lang.
Sinulat mo na. Okay po.
Ramon
Sige po.
Aboitiz Foundation, we are
Okay.
committing to 5 items, no? So, basically, we are supporting beyond Cebu, no? Provide supplemental income through the planting and growing of trees kasi advocacy namin ang native trees. And then in relation to their main livelihood, since we have a microfinance program, we are also committing to provide access to credit, and also together with it, capacity building and training, no, for the members of the farmers organization, and at the same time strengthen the risk resilience of the farmers through the provision of insurance related products to them. And because we have a disaster preparedness and response program, we are also currently working with our different 54 LGUs in Cebu, and hopefully we can also move outside Cebu, no, but initially here in Cebu, to strengthen the RRM of different LGUs and the community in general, specifically our farmers, at setting up a business development services wherein it will focus on strengthening the market chain, no, farm to market of the farmers organizations that we are supporting.
Thank you so much, ma'am, from the Ramon Aboitiz Foundation Incorporated. Thank you for your continuous effort to help our farmers po. Okay, see more hands. Okay, thank you so much po. Sinong nauna? Ma'am Eunice? Yes, ma'am. Go ahead po.
This is not Eunice. This is Emil Cremapot is using her account.
Okay, sir. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes,
Sir Emil.
I own an organic farm here in Pagtangan, and I'm also the president of SIPAG, Samahan ng Industriya ng Paggugulayan sa we've been planning to put up an organic, centralized organic farm for our group, and this forum is, as the leader of the group, it's prompting. I would like to commit our group to get a contributor to the to having a resilient community here in our town. So we're going to be building our farmers group central organic garden, because right now we're still in the planning stage. So we're going to do this now.
Yan, thank you, Sir Emil. Small efforts, small steps, doesn't matter. We will go there to our small steps po. Maraming salamat for your efforts po in your local community. Okay, and I see Ma'am Carla Silva. Yes, ma'am, go ahead po.
Ma'am, hello po. I'm from DABPI. Ayun po, chinat ko na po yung mga trainings po namin and we are having. So, ayun po, nasa chat box na lang po.
Okay, we will copy it later, Carla. Okay. Thank you to DABPI po. Yes, and I see Sir Vincent also raising his hand. Sir
Hello po,
Sir
pasensya
Vincent?
na lang po sa ingay ng baboy.
Sige, sir.
Sa ngalan po ng Farm Advocacy, nag-umpisa po kami dito sa Mindoro. Kami ay startup at ang programa po namin ay nakaangkla sa TLC program. Ito po ay training ng organic farming system sa palay. Pangalawa, L for loan. Nagpapa-loan po kami sa mga farmers at sa kasalukuyan meron na kaming napautang ng mga 350 farmers covering 400 hectares dito sa Mindoro in a span of 7 months. And Connect, kami po ay patuloy na nagdi-distribute ng kanilang inaning palay, ginagawa naming bigas. At ito po ay available na po sa Maynila ngayong July. So patuloy po natin itong
Maraming salamat. Sana makita namin yung pagpapalawak in the very near future. 5 years ba yan, sir? Hindi naman siguro. I think earlier pa, no? Or earlier than 5 years. Okay. Good luck, sir. Sir Junie. Okay, maybe this will be the last and I will sum up our discussion. Sir Junie?
Yes po, sa Department of Agriculture po, this is inherent na po, no, as our mandate. Pero with regards to the participatory guarantee system and implementation of the Organic Agriculture Law, the DA through the Agricultural Training Institute, including its regional training centers and the regional field offices, will be rolling out trainings for participatory guarantee systems in the coming months.
Okay. Yun. Thank you, sir. Ayan.
Nationwide po ito, simultaneous na mangyayari kasi we have now the law. So ito po ay training of trainers first and then it will cascade down to the PGS group at the farmer level.
Okay, that is within the year, sir, no?
Yes po, we are targeting to cascade this within the year.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your commitment in the implementation of the PGS. Okay, I think all of the commitment that we got will actually translate into the increasing participation and in building resilient communities because I think the start of building resilient communities is capacitating, okay, the farmers themselves, okay, those that are members of the community. Tama po ba ako na magiging successful po ang isang komunidad kung lahat po ay well-informed at well-capacitated para po sa ikauunlad ng kanilang community?
Wagas, ma'am. Wagas.
Okay. So sa inyong participation, meron pa po tayong 5 minutes sa mga gusto pa pong mag-pledge, okay, ng kanilang mga activities para po mapalawak pa natin yung pagtulong sa ating mga magsasaka. Not only for organic farming, as I deduce from our discussion, sa halos lahat po ng sektor ng community natin.
I have a question, ma'am.
Sir Vincent, kayo po?
Opo.
Yes po.
Kasi nakikita ko po, maganda po yung network na meron tayo dito sa ating workshop, no? Pwede po bang humingi ng directory yung mga nag-participate dito para magkaroon kami ng room to collaborate?
Ay, opo naman, sir.
Actually, yun din po itatanong ko din.
Okay, wag po kayong mag-alala. Bago pa po nyo naisip yan, pinag-usapan na po namin yan. Po ang group, ang organizers po nitong e-dialogue of a directory of the different participants po at maaari po ninyong kontakin ng isa't isa for future collaboration po. We will make sure po.
Thanks po. Swaktong opinion po yan.
That you will be able to reach out to each other po.
Maraming salamat po.
Okay, thank you. Ayan, so meron pa ba tayong next slide, Charis? Okay na tayo, no? I think. So, I think we have accomplished all the tasks that were given to us, and we have a lot of pledges and commitments from the different groups and individuals na umattend po ngayon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat for sharing all your experiences and your efforts and your insights, in order for us to build a resilient community. So, ina-assume po kasi na mga sagot ay you are pretty much the framework of your different communities, and I'm very confident that in the future we will be having more resilient and model communities dahil po sa nakita ko pong efforts for today. So, palakpakan po natin ang ating mga sarili. Maraming salamat po sa inyong
Salamat
mga
din, ma'am.
contribution.
Pagayon po.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much po. If you want to go back to the plenary, pwede na po para makapag-rest lang po for a while. Action Track Team 5, can you remain in the breakout session for at least 5 minutes? For the rest of the participants po, you may opt to go back to the plenary na po. Thank you.
Salamat.
Salamat po.
Ano yun?
Pwede na po kayong bumalik sa plenary po. Pwede niyo po pindutin yung blue na plenary. We are expected to go back po by 2 p.m. Yan, maraming salamat po talaga sa mga inputs. Yan, thank you po. Ay, yung blue button po para po makabalik sa plenary po.
Walang blue button, ma'am.
Ay, wala kayong blue. Yung nakalagay po na leave breakout room.
Leave. Okay.
Opo, leave breakout room po para po makabalik kayo sa plenary po. Thank you po. Sorry, blue button kasi yung sa computer ko. Yan.
Leave breakout room.
Opo, ayan. So, okay, salamat po. So, Action Track Group 5. Thank you so much, team. Tatapos na tayo. Isang
Ang galing niyo,
presentation na
ma'am.
lang.
Sakto sa
Galing
oras.
niyo, ma'am.
Ayan, nagmadali naman. Hindi naman nagmadali, na-capture naman natin. Wala ba tayong nalimutan? Wala ba tayong nakalimutan? Yung mga nasa chat, pwede pa natin i-add ngayon. We still have time.
Thank you, Charis. Nasalo mo kami ni
No problem po.
Kasi inutusan
thank you so much.
Eson pala ni Team Rico ang COG. So, nawala pala siya sa mesa niya.
Okay.
Kaya pala sabi ko,
Buti
tawag ako
naman.
ng tawag kay Eson eh, nawala siya sa mesa pala niya.
Okay, buti na lang ever ready si Charis, no? Ayan. Sige po, so na-capture na ba natin lahat?
Salamat po.
Thank you po.
Okay na naman.
Thank you. Thank you, Edison. Ayan. Okay.
Balik na po
Charis, okay. So pwede na tayong bumalik, no?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay na. Isa-summarize ko na lang mamaya. Papashow ko na lang yung slide. Charis, ikaw ulit mag-show?
Sige po. Ito po, saka po yung kanina po, ma'am. No?
Yung mag-start tayo dun sa saan nga ba tayo nag-start? Sa ambitious goals. Sa mga ideas, ambitious and ideas.
Ito po.
Yan. Tapos, yung hanggang nag-establish tayo ng goals. And then, finally, yung kanilang mga commitment.
Okay po. Sige po.
Okay. So, ganyan yung flow ng discussion natin. Thank you po. Thanks so much. Balik na tayo sa plenary.